Boom! What's going on, everyone? I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, founder of Advantage Diecast, welcoming you to the warehouse on another episode of Toy Talk. Freightliner Cascadias and blank white dry vans. Is there any better combination for making a custom fleet truck? I know most of us truck collectors want the fancy show trucks. I get it, but really, how many of you ever see a fancy show truck running up and down the highways? Fleet trucks, they are the norm out there on the highways, and our collections should reflect that. I have made several custom trucks with these blanks, like a custom of a friend's Schneider tractor, or a custom UpStage rigging and lighting truck for Taylor Swift's Reputation tour. But what would you guys do with these blanks? For years, we asked Diecast Promotions to stock some blank trucks, but they wouldn't do it due to the possible licensing issues that could come about it. Yes, blanks can cause problems for the manufacturers. I'll give you the BJ and the Bear truck. But overall, blanks are a great thing. It allows a small trucking company the chance to have a couple of models of their trucks made when they couldn't really afford a real run. It also allows us collectors to make that one special truck that will never be made either. I, for one, am a big fan of these blank trucks to fill out some of the gaps in my collection. I also am very grateful to First Gear for making them available to us. Now to talk about the blank Freightliners and blank white dry van trailers. This is the 2018 Freightliner Cascadias with 53-foot utility dry vans. These here are blanks, so there's no company names on them. There's just the trademarks of the utility and Freightliner on these trucks, but there's no company name, so you can put whatever company name you want on them. They came out with both of these. They both have plain white utility trailers with skirts on them, and they did two different color cabs, one in white and one in a bright red. And I'm going to talk about both of them in the same video because they're so similar. Now, we'll start off with the item number here for the white one, and it is 60-0744. Comes in that standard DCP by First Gear box with two-piece blister that's normally taped together. I'll open it up and then we'll get to the other truck. Now what I have already done is I've already taken the tape and cut it so that we don't have to spend time on that. Get this trailer out and get the tractor out. A note about the Freightliner Cascadias. You can see this little package up here, and it has an extra set of door mirrors, and it's got two sets of the little minder mirrors that go up on the hood. They don't factory install those minder mirrors on the hood, but they do factory install the mirrors in the doors. Thankfully, they're nice enough to give us them extra mirrors. Now we'll set these two back a little bit so we can open that other truck up. Now, the red one is item number 60-0745. Comes in the same box with the same stuff, including the extra mirrors. Also, that two-piece blister would normally be taped, but I've gone on and cut that tape already. And we'll take the trailer out, set it to the back, and then get the cab out. And as with the other one, you can see the mirror pack right there. We'll set these two trailers and trucks back. And I'm only going to talk about one trailer because they are absolutely 100% identical in every single way. So we'll just talk about the one trailer. Anyway, you can see it's a plain white utility dry van. It's an all die-cast metal trailer. You can see the rivet detail along the side walls of the trailer. It has the DOT striping along the bottom of the trailer. There's also the utility style side skirts
which have the curve in instead of the slant like they put on the Wabash trailers. You can see turn signal marker light right there hanging under on the skirt. It rides on 10-hole chrome wheels with soft rubber tires with a nice tread pattern on them. It has marker lights up along the roof and down on the lower part underneath. Turning them underneath, you'll see it has duals on each wheel, not the super singles. Air brake canisters on each axle. It looks like it has the frame where the axles could slide, but they don't. They're fixed in place. There's black plastic mud flaps behind the tandems. It has a spare tire carrier with a spare tire that has a chrome 10-hole wheel in it. You can see the bottom of the skirts. Those skirts are die cast just like the rest of the trailer. Up on behind the kingpin, it says 34719, which means this truck was made on the 347th day of 2019, right at the end of the year. It is a Utility 4000 DX dry freight van. That's tampoed there, and then behind it, it says Diecast Promotions, made in China, 1/64 scale, and that's cast in. It also has the round feet on the landing gear, and the landing gear is the standard screw down type. Now turn him around to the back. You can see it's got its DOT ICC bumper with DOT striping on it. The round brake lights, 2 on each side, the little black bumper there, and then you can see it has its cam locks for the doors and the latches all tampoed in silver along with the hinges. DOT striping on the bottom of the door, the little corner reflectors at the tops of the door, and then up high you can see it has the roof clearance lights, marker lights. And then we'll go on and open these doors up because they do open up to show off a detailed interior. It has white walls and it has a wood plank floor. It's just simulated wood grain on plastic, and so are the walls, but it makes a very nice interior. It's a shame they don't make these doors swing all the way around like the real trailers, but I understand why they don't. Close them up. Come around to the passenger side, and guess what? This trailer looks exactly like the other side because they're just the same plain blank white trailers. The roof is painted silver and the bottom is painted black. Very common for trailers. Round to the front, you see just a smooth flat wall. It's painted white. You've got your little chrome corner pieces there, marker lights in the upper corners, and then you've got a plastic piece here, which is your hookup for your air lines and your electric lines. Very nice that they made that an extra part that goes on instead of just being cast into the front of the trailer. Now we'll set this trailer aside, and to do that you would normally screw the landing gear down, but I've already done that. And we won't bother talking about the other trailer because it's exactly the same as this one. After all, we have tons and tons of trailers out there, and we need most trucking companies have about 2 trailers for every truck, sometimes 3 to 4 trailers for every truck, depending on what they do. Now, I'm only going to talk about one truck for the same reason. They're both identical except for the body color, this one being red and the other one being white. You can see it has 10-hole chromes on the front. It has the full skirt kit around it, the fairings, everything it needs. The def tank filler is there, as is the fuel tanks behind. The door handle is tampoed in silver with the black surround. You can see the little chrome piece on the grill there. That hole up there is for that little minder mirror that's not factory installed. They don't factory install because they would probably just get broken in shipment. It has the chrome mirror caps on black arms. It has a little window for the sleeper door and the upper window for the high roof sleeper. It has the full aero kit on the back with the piece behind the wheel, the piece between the wheels, quarter fender, and the aero covers on the rear wheels. It also rides on soft rubber tires just like the trailer does. They claim that stuff does give a small boost to fuel economy. I don't know if it's really worth it, but they say it is. Now we'll turn around towards the front. You can see that beautiful chrome grille. It says Freightliner at the top center of the grille, which is just a black tampo that leaves the chrome lettering from the chrome plated grille there open. There's also black paint on that grille so that you can see the black parts that would have normally been black on the real ones. Individual jewel style headlights that have a little bit of amber, orange paint on the sides to make it look like they got the turn signals in there. The driving lights down here in the bumper are just tampo printed on, black hole with the white for the lights. You can see the little hook marks there, and it's got that little black piece, which is that lower air dam fascia piece that goes below the bumper. You have the chrome mirrors here, individual piece windshield wipers, and they're molded in black plastic. It has hard clear plastic window with a black trim painted around it. There is a visor up top with the clearance lights on it, 3 in the middle, 1 on each corner. Lots of guys don't run visors these days, but some guys do. I think they're kind of cool. Turning around to the passenger side, much the same details as on the driver's side, but you can see it's got that little extra mirror above the door so the driver can see what's beside him. Also, the steps are chromed on both sides. Very, very nice detail. Another little note, it's very hard to see, but it's on both sides right there. Above my finger, behind the mirror, it says Cascadia. It's a little tiny tampo. Very, 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 very sharp. Up under the hood, it has the Detroit DT engine under the hood. Very nice rendition with charge air piping, air intakes, radiator, and other parts. And if you look through, you can see right through that grill. Pretty nice. So that when you're looking through the front, you're actually seeing the radiator instead of just black plastic. Around to the back, and you can see it's got mud flaps and that are mounted with the aero kits mounted onto them. A single backup light, 2 red brake lights, and then 2 red work lights on the back of the sleeper. Those airlines kind of get in the way of seeing that other one, but it's right there. You get your airlines and your electric lines right there that are hanging off a bracket, a grab bar so you can climb up, 5th wheel that pivots. You can see the back of the fairings, and then they got that little rubber part painted black. It has a tiny, tiny chrome deck plate piece and a chrome ladder there. They're easier seen underneath. So we'll flip it underneath. You can see there's that ladder. It has the underbody exhaust with the SRC crap for emissions, twin chrome fuel tanks, the little def tank, your air tanks, and your battery boxes are chrome plated. Underbody tailpipe, ladder. Also, you can see the 2 differentials. There's sort of air brake canister detail on there with working suspension, drive shaft from the transmission to the first axle, and then from the first axle to the second axle. You can see the back of the mud flaps. The frame is very, very nice. It's hollow just like the real ones. And then underneath you can see it has the front suspension, and it has bottom of the engine detail and then bottom of transmission detail. Steering on these trucks is positionable. It is not true steering. It's positionable. It just clicks in place. But still, it's very, very good. It will mimic the truck with the wheels turned sitting on your shelf or on your diorama, or you can just leave them running straight. Either way, it's fine. Now, we'll set that aside and pick up, and I'll just show around the other truck because all you're going to see different is it's white. No other differences. It's just white. lots and lots of fleet operators have switched from their colorful trucks to these white trucks, so it makes perfect sense to make white ones. We can make some nice customs for our collections out of them. Little note, I forgot, there's that little marker light right there on both sides, right below the door above that fender piece, or the fairing piece. Turn them around to the back. You can see the back of the cab detail. All in all, these are great, great toolings. There's so much potential because so many fleets run Freightliner Cascadias to make customs off of these trucks, and it's very nice that First Gear made us some blank ones to go with it. Now I'll go on and hook these guys up so you can see what they look like. To do that, need to raise the landing gear on both of them. Few twists with your fingers on the landing gear and up it goes. Same as coming down. We mostly set our trucks up hitched up, but sometimes you want to have trailers parked off by themselves and tractors off by themselves, so it makes sense. And there's the red one all hooked up. While you're looking at that, I'm going to go on and put the landing gear up on the other trailer. Isn't that truck sharp? You know, that new 2018 Cascadia is a good looking truck. I think it's probably the nicest redesign Freightliner's come up with in a long time. Now I'll roll this guy out of the way and we can set that white one in its place. Boom. How about that? So much potential for these trucks with customs. Particularly this white one, since so many fleets are using white trucks. Now let's go on and back this guy around here a little bit so that we can get both trucks together. There's that. Let's bring the red one in. And boom. How about that? What customs do you think would be good on these trucks? I can think of quite a few companies that could be done as customs here for our own little collections.
What would you do with those trucks? Would you keep them blank, or would you put your favorite trucking company on them? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know which trucking companies you'd put on them. Find many blanks and other trucks ready for customizing on my website at farmtoysandmore.com. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below on what you liked or what you didn't like about the video. And I just know that you've got some friends out there that would enjoy this video, so go on and give it a share with the share button. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoyed this video, and make sure you tap the subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I really appreciate each and every member of my YouTube family. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and I'll be back in the warehouse soon for another episode of Toy Talk.